Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Cancer, I'm going to do your July reading for you. I'm using the Energy and Spirit Oracle to start off with, and then moving on to the Spirit Song Tarot to clarify. We're going to be looking at past, present, and future for you. And if the reading resonates, you are simply remembering in divine timing what you already know, my darling. If it doesn't resonate, it simply means it wasn't for you at this time. I'm going to look at the past position first. And this past position is currently affecting your present. So this is energies that are still affecting your present now. Thank you, Spirit. Looking at the past for Cancer. You may or may not be aware of this, but this is what Spirit wants to draw your attention to. So we have the Balance card has come out for you. So what does it say here? Centered energy and self-care. I really feel for you that you have in the past created a space of more, how do I say this, Spirit? More controlled responses. And that's very interesting, that word controlled responses. It's not trying to control things through reactory state of being, but it's actually responding to a situation in the past. And when you respond to something, you're taking responsibility for your actions. You are responding with a considered approach. And therefore you have created, with this centered energy and this self-care, a state of mindfulness. And when we are in a state of mindfulness, we are looking at life with that glass half full rather than a half empty. And when we look at life with a glass half full, we are optimistic. And in that optimistic place, we attract more of the same towards us. So there have been within your life some very healthy patterns. You are in the past, you kind of enjoyed the outcome of your hard work with this. This is somebody who is fearless, and they are fearless because they are more faithful in their self, in what their responses to things and how they've used things from healthy patterns in their life, and because of their response, the peace that happens. So I'm really feeling this for you. Now, if this is resonating that you're feeling the opposite of this, but I don't feel this, I think that you've been, if you are, for example, have done in the past, looked at too many things, doing too many things, always kind of micromanaging or trying to micro control things, or just being too busy, Spirit is saying to you that you know, when you're trying to make things happen the whole time, you're fragmenting your energy. And in the fragmentation of your energy, you can fall because you are not allowing the flow of things to happen with a beautiful momentum and build up. So, but for the most part, I'm feeling that many of you have kind of, this is like a juggler. You have juggled, but at the same time, you can do something that's stepping out of your comfort zone. And this is the past position for you. So that is affecting your present now. Number 24, balance. So now we're going to move ahead and look at your present position. And then I can tell you from that card, hello, too many cards have come out. Thank you. One more, just one card for the present position, please. Well, ancestors want to come out, which is very interesting. So number 28, ancestors, historical connections and purpose. So in this present time, I really feel that you see, we have done this journey many, many, many times before. And those in spirit have also done this journey many, many times before. And so there is a connection and a presence and a purpose for what is happening in your present life. So do be aware of the connection of those that have passed. They are here at the present time to support you in your endeavors, with your healing, whatever this may be for you. And they are here also, and you may or may not know them, but they are very much here because they have experienced the same themselves, and you equally have experienced the same in past lives too. We come here to recreate over and over and to evolve over and over. So they're here to assist you, my darling. So whether this is with something that's personal, something that's emotional, something that is to do with your work, whatever it is, they are here to help. And so Spirit wants you to look at what you wish to ask them and put the question out, because remember, they're here as guides, and guides don't tell us what to do, they guide us. It's a gentle, softly approach at this time. And so set your intent at this time to ask, to be open to receiving the answers from your guides, from your ancestors. Now, those that have passed, we may feel within those that we may know that, you know, they may have had a personality or traits or whatever that we found difficult. But remember, when the spirit, the soul passes, this is just the soul that goes. The ego, the identity and the personality doesn't go, it's left behind. So wherever they are right now in the space of supporting you, they are doing it from a spiritual realm that is unconditional love and support and understanding. So I feel at this time that some of you may be feeling that little bit about being, those that are in imbalance are receiving support from their guides at this time. And now let's look at, you know, connections. Sorry, I just want to go back. Spirit has also given me something else here. Connections. When we connect with something, we recognize that, don't we? In the physical realm, we recognize that connection. We recognize the resonance, the deep resonance of it. We feel it. It is no different to connecting with your guides in the spiritual realm. If you're feeling this, if you're sensing them, if they're coming to you in dreams, please be aware that there is a message, there is support, there is love for you at this time. There is a purpose and a reason for it. They're not just turning up randomly. They're here for a purpose, and that purpose, my darling, is you. So let's look at the future. This is sort of the potential outcome for you. Thank you, Spirit. And I'm going to go in more deeply with the Spirit Song Tarot for you. Thank you. Potential outcome. Spirit never really like giving potential outcomes. It all depends on you and your shifts and your change and your perspective. So what have we got? Thought vibrations, and we've also got emotional desert and currents of emotion on the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to go back to the balance card. For many of you, the past imbalance in your life is affecting the present. However, if you are presently doing work on that, in terms of what I talked about, self-care and making sure that your energy is centered, it is focused, it is centered on oneself, then you are doing an awful lot at the moment to shift what is happening for you in the future. And I'm going to come on to this thought vibration, resonant choices, signature signals. It's very important you understand, darling, that we are always in a vibrational relationship with everything around us, with people, with experiences, with the choices that we are making. We're sending out a vibration. We're sending out a signature vibration all the time. And the word resonant means that this is almost rhythmic, it's musical, it can be heard, it can be felt, it is very deep and clear. And so be very observant of what resonant signals you're sending out at this time. Is it one of I deserve? Is it one of I don't like myself? Is it one of blocking? Is it one of negativity? Because, you know, something that is resonant is powerful and long lasting, and it is your choice and your decision, my darling, to change that vibration within you. It is also your responsibility for yourself. You and only you can shift that within you. You and only you are in control. Remember, I talked about of the responses, the responsibility for yourself. So if you are being self-critical about yourself and negative about yourself as well, you know, do look at those signature patterns. And I'm going to show you this again, that's going out at the moment to the universe. And that's why you have your ancestors, your guides with you here in the present to help shift. And I'm feeling for many of you that you are feeling in a space of isolation at this time. And when we're in that space and we're feeling stuck and we don't feel we have the energy to do something, that we're feeling unproductive, it's very difficult to look to move forward, isn't it? But the sand talks about shifts and changes that are happening for you. This sun is highlighting the oasis. And so you have the choice, darling. You have the power. You have the control, the power to influence yourself and your energy. And in order to break through whatever low vibration you have, it is your choice to make those necessary steps forward, but look to see what you can do to help yourself. So that is the sort of potential outcome. And this is not a doom and gloom reading at all, by any standards. It is just saying that in this present moment, what we think, say, and do now has a huge resonant vibration on our future. So you can shift and change this right now for your future by stepping into a place of deciding to make a choice for yourself today. That what can you do for yourself today, darling, that will encourage you to smile, that encourage you to be joy and spread joy? Who is it around you that you do enjoy spending time with? Who is it around you that you can call up and say, help, I'd love some company, I'd love to talk, I'd like to go for a walk? What can you do for yourself right now? One of the things you can do is call in your ancestors. Say, I'm here, I'm listening, I know you're there. Thank you for helping me at this time, and see what happens. But you have to ask, darling, you have to ask your guides to help you. And they've been sending you messages at this time to show you that they're there to assist. So let's go back and look at the balance card for you at this time. Thank you, Spirit. Show me the balance card. Thank you. You are getting signs. Number 11, I'm seeing. Thank you. Balance card, please. One card. Right. So in the past, Hermit, contemplation and wisdom. You have spent time in the past. This is past energy. Now, when I talk about the past, darling, this could be yesterday, it could be last week, it could be last year, but it was ever that's still attached to you. So you've gone through already a great big shift in a space of contemplation. And you may have felt forced to do it, but it was a divine force that assisted you. And it is all been for you to come into a state of well-being, to come into a state of coming away from being disconnected with yourself to being more connected with yourself. You needed that rest, you needed that renewal. When we are in a deep state of sadness, that depression, that means we need deep rest. And you have been within the hermit mode. You asked for this period of time on your own, so you have been a seeker of your own truth, of your own wisdom. And I'm feeling at this time that you're feeling stuck still, but that's okay, because you have done a lot of the necessary work to make these shifts. And what Spirit is saying is, it is simply your thoughts, the pattern of your thoughts, maybe the habitual pattern of your thoughts, that is just recreating this same stuck energy for you. So they want you to gather up your thoughts now, okay? Gather them up, recognize that they might be repetitive, that they might be habitual. And when you can't, put them away in a box. And when you catch yourself doing the same thought process, say, no, actually, I choose to think about something different. It takes time and it takes practice, because of course we've had a whole lifetime of operating from this conditioned place of thinking about things. But you have done a lot of observation, and there has been a lot of insights that have come to you. So let's have a look at ancestors, please, Spirit, in the present. They're here to help you with this specific issue that you have at this time. Page of Cups, thank you. Cicada, Death card. An 8 of crystals, perfect. So I'm just going to touch on all of these cards. Page of Cups, intuition and inspiration. I feel with the frog, this is a very transitional time. The frog lives on both land and water. With this Page of Cups, there may be an apology for some of you coming from those that have passed, and it is obviously coming from a place of absolute love and absolute joy, because this is a message for you to help you transition, and to allow you to express. They want to express how they feel, but also for you to express how you are feeling in that space, and also then to almost like the frog, jump at a chance to make a move forward, because if you're feeling stuck, the frog symbolism is about jumping forward with a great big leap and a great big bound. Then you've got progress and dedication, which is the 8 of crystals. So this is the 8 of pentacles. So they're here to help you kind of move ahead. It's like that sort of full steam ahead with the buffalo here in this card, and to keep going. And they're here to maybe change what was an energy that was kind of stuck in a way of, I can't do this, more into an energy of being very strong and stable and dedicated, you know, to yourself, because the 8 of Pentacles is about working hard, but it's working hard with the right energy. It's working hard with the right authentic intent, as opposed to working hard because we feel that we ought to or we should do something. And then you have the transformation, transition and liberation. So I'm feeling with this, with the death card, that for many of those ancestors are with you now. This is to heal past old family wounds, and they are wishing to talk to you at this time. So if you are, as I said, receiving messages, seeing things, they're coming to you in your dreams, there is a message there for you to help liberate you. When one is liberated, one feels a freedom. They feel lighter, don't they? They are liberated from a heavy burden. And I'm feeling this. This is a transformation. It's a chance of renewal for you. And it's a clearing of blocks, energetic blocks within you that might be attached to the past, to allow for that energetic movement for you. So, and then we're going to look at the thought vibrations and emotional desert. Thank you, Spirit Advice. Thank you. 9 of Wands, power and perseverance. This beautiful panther, I love this card. The empowerment for you with your thought vibrations is, and it's this wonderful thing that Spirit gave me the other day, is to come into a state of belief, or suspend your disbelief for as many moments as you can. Come into a state of belief that you are the universe, life itself, experiencing itself. You're not separate, you're connected, you're part of it. Everyone you meet is the same. So everyone is the eye, the mirroring of the eye. And it is all caused and created by your soul, which is source energy. And so that is empowering, because then you're not a victim of anything. You're not being controlled by something else. You're being led and guided by your soul. And you are experiencing life itself. And when you are fueled by that sort of faith, you become faithful and fearless when you understand the connection to source energy. And this is the 9 of Wands, in terms of you're not going to repeat maybe past historic family life cycles or connections. You're going to break free of that and renew that life, that sort of thread that's been running through historic family connections. Renew it, because you are recognizing and understanding who you are now. And the panther here is very mysterious. It's almost like the Empress card. So there is, you know, a mystery unfolding for you here. There is knowledge coming in for you at this time. There is, within that space, if you recognize that your thought vibrations are so important here, let go of the negative thought patterns and step forward, fueled by faith. Be more faithful about yourself, about the universe, about your role that you're playing in this. Your part is the wave to the sea. And when you're fueled by that, you're like the Empress. You allow yourself to receive what's meant to come in for you. So take those right steps forward. It does take perseverance. It does take patience. It does take hard work, but not hard work in terms of so much in terms of effort not achieving results, but the willingness to do that work, the willingness to make that shift and change. means that as the panther, you live in an environment that is rich and abundant, full of choices for you, because you're choosing to see it as that rather than the emotional desert that you feel may be there up ahead of you. No, the panther would be at the oasis. So choose to see with a glass half full that even though you don't know what's up ahead, as the universe experiencing itself, you can create infinite possibilities, my darling. So that's your reading for July. I trust that it resonated with those that were guided to see this reading. I look forward to doing another reading for you soon. In the meantime, do please enjoy my dailies and have a rest of a lovely Sunday. Take care then, Cancer. Bye-bye.